All right, friends, so I just want to jump in real quick. As you can see behind me, we have a hurricane that is coming for us. So this is not unusual for Florida. We're just keeping an eye out to just watch and see what's happening. I have been outside trying to get stuff brought in as much as possible. It is Wednesday and the rains have already started, so I had to stop and go get dog food real quick and get some other stuff done, put gas in the car and stuff like that. Here in Florida, we have a tendency to wait till the last minute. I've told you guys, always be prepared because you just never know when a storm is gonna come. Do you hear that rumbling in the background? So I'm moving stuff like water hoses, just normal stuff that we would end up moving. We've been so saturated that part of the concern is that I'm gonna start losing plants and trees. My biggest concern has always been this big tree right here. We have this massive tree here that sits right next to our house, and as wet as it has been, this is just a major concern that it could come tumbling down. I needed to get a pair of scissors. We gotta dig a little ditch on the side of our house over here. Our neighbor said go ahead and do it. I did have a huge loofah. I never stopped thinking about the garden even in a storm. This one hopefully we won't lose, but there's one up there. It's brown. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll try to get you closer. A stupid squirrel came and ate it. It was massive and huge. I want to get these two down. I usually let them dry out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick them before the storm. I need to get a pair of scissors, otherwise I'll just end up ripping this bush off and get those two loofah down. So I got another loofah right here. But it is what it is. This is what happens. We gotta take the canopies down on the boat. I probably should be doing a live right now, even though I've never done a live before. But you guys can see that the garden is here, but you can see one of the rain bands for sure is one of the hurricane bands. So the biggest thing we've got going on right now too, and part of our concern is, and Brother Paul is coming over, we're gonna move the jet ski out from underneath this big oak tree because we're concerned that the branches might fall. So we're gonna actually put it up here in between the garden and the shed. We're gonna move those ladders in. We got to get the canopies down, but do y'all see where the water is sitting? Yeah, we don't have much room for water right now. We cannot take on any more water. We are inches away from water, basically at this point, in all honesty, being in the house. So it's a major concern for us. Our neighbors next door have a lot of construction going on, so hopefully their stuff doesn't go flying. I'll keep you guys hopefully posted. I don't know if I'm gonna just group this as one big video and show you like before and after, but if not, I'll try to upload this tonight. I've just got a lot going on. My fiance had weed whacked one of my papayas. Like, how do you miss this? So he hit it. It was down there. He was weed eating and rushing and hit it, so that's gone. I gotta grab a couple of these long beans real quick while I'm out here at the garden, even though it's thundering. As my fiance would say, this is not a priority. Like, grabbing long beans is not your priority right now, but it is to me. So yeah, I got some over here. You don't know, the winds could take my long beans away. I've got kale coming up. I've got all these sweet potato greens everywhere. All right, so we've got 4 nice long beans going on. Yeah, and something got a hold of my loofah here. You can see it's completely dead. I'll have to clean that up after the storm, so that's not a big deal. Just the norm stuff going on. I pulled my car closer to the house, just stuff like that. That's stuff you got to do and be prepared for. Like I said, our biggest concern is the uprooting of trees, because the ground has been so saturated That's been our concern, and flooding. We are very much so concerned about flooding. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'll bring you back and just let you know what's going on, and we'll start documenting this hurricane and see how it affects us. Like right now, we usually have a lot of water that builds up, and I'll show y'all. Like for some reason it'll pull up over here where the rose bush is, and so yeah, we just got some stuff to move around. And oh, this was the pathway that we put in. Doesn't it look good? I love it. So stuff like that, like this cage, I'm gonna go ahead and take down because there's nothing growing in it, and we need to just go ahead and put it up. Like we got to put these ladders up. I've got rakes, part of the boat, the pedal boats over here. So just stuff like that that we have going on that we got to get taken care of real quick. That's why I say you never know when a storm is gonna come, and that's why you got to be prepared. Look at that. That is the butterfly pea flower. It's beautiful. It's blooming. I would love to come out here and just start picking. I might end up losing all this, especially with the wind as far as the flowers, but like I said, right now that's not priority. So we got to do what we got to do. So all right, I will bring, oh look at that. I hope I don't lose my papayas either. Look at that. Look at these beautiful fruits that are on here. Like they're huge. Like here's my hand. Like these fruits are massive. They're beautiful. They're like the size of small watermelons. So hopefully I don't lose them. I've got another papaya over here. I don't think that one's tied back, so let me see. Nope, it's not tied back, so it might end up in my neighbor's yard, but hopefully not. Hopefully this shed will keep it blocked. But always be prepared here in Florida, because you never know what's gonna happen. So all right, I'll bring you guys back and we'll just start recording, like I said, and we'll start documenting and seeing what happens. Hopefully God will protect us and keep us safe. I have no doubt of that. Like God is good. Whatever is supposed to happen happens. We learn from it, we grow from it, but just praying for the best. Been praying over this property, praying over this house. I know my mom is doing the same. My friends and family are praying for me and our protection. Right now it's in God's hands. That's all I can say is we have to have faith that God is going to protect us and just keep us safe, because that's all we have at this point is God. So there's nothing else going to help us in a hurricane. So we've moved a bunch of stuff into the carport. So the carport's a big trash hole as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's got stuff. It's not like trash. But yeah, so yeah, and then I got the car pulled up right here. I'm thinking about bringing the green stock a little bit closer in. Our generator's right there. We got our generator, so that's working. It's full. But that's what you got to have here in Florida. You got to have generators. You got to have stuff. I've been washing clothes. I came home at lunch because we're still working. So I came home at lunch. I started washing everything in case we lose power, because those are things you got to think about. It's having, you know, clean stuff to wear, clean underwear, clean, you know, stuff, like normal stuff. And I started washing sheets and stuff because we don't know if we lose power when we might get power back. This storm is very strong. It's very powerful, and we are on the backside of it, which is never a good thing when it comes to hurricanes. All right, y'all, I'll bring you back as soon as I have some more details and stuff to talk about with you guys about this storm. So everybody, hopefully you will be safe too. We're praying for everyone, praying for ourselves, and just leaving it in God's hands and having faith in God. So all right, I'll keep you guys posted. All right, friends, I just got out of the shower. As y'all can see here, I have a towel thing around my hair. I'm trying to dry my hair off. It is raining. It is it's Thursday. It's about 10 o'clock. As you can see, the camera's fogging up. It's much cooler in our house than it is outside. We are high humidity. It has been raining. We thank goodness for Brother Paul, who came over. Him and my fiance have dug a ditch. Thankfully, my neighbor next door over here, this neighbor, he's an elderly gentleman. I try to do a lot for him. His wife passed away. I mean, not a lot, but I definitely check on him and, you know, take food or take veggies or stuff like that, and just, you know, try to check on him. That's the right thing to do, right? Love one another, be kind. And so we have dug a ditch. That is a normal drain hole that we have, and we have dug this little trenched little ditch area all the way to his side of the property. As you can see, it kind of like slopes up, and then there's a dip line right here, and so we're trying to get that water redirected to hopefully run down to the lake. So you can see it's a little bit breezy, nothing too bad. We are getting some just sporadic bands. We are on the back end of that hurricane as far as how it's going to hit us. So that's usually what I call the scorpion's tail. That's definitely going to be more break-offs of tornadoes and a little bit more intense winds, stuff like that. So we have to keep that in mind and keep ourselves safe. So basically this is just documenting what's happening right now. I will probably just upload this video all in one big group. I don't think that I'll be separating it, but I might. It just depends if we lose electricity or what's happening. So we just got to keep an eye on that. I'm still washing clothes, towels, stuff like that, just to make sure that we are safe and got everything washed, and that if we do lose electricity, that it won't be that hard on us. So that's what's happening right now. Actually, my fiance just ran up to the Walmart and he is picking up some stuff that he felt like we needed, some drinks and stuff like that. I mean, we have water, those type of things, but he just wanted some snacks and stuff, you know, hurricane snacks, right? So that's kind of the convenience of living close to a town, is that is our option. So I just took a shower. Like I said, you know, you want to be clean just because you don't know what's gonna happen. I don't want to put any makeup on just in case like we do lose electricity. I don't want that gunk on my face, in all honesty. So that's what I said. This is not a beauty contest on my channel. This is real life, and so I'm just telling you what has been happening. So far so good. We're just praying. We're continuing to pray and just hope for it is going to be what it is, but that God has a hand in everything. And so we just pray over this house, pray over my, you know, my parents, my neighborhood, honestly, my friends and family, and I know that they're praying for me. So hopefully we will not get inundated with too much water. The water has come up a little bit at the dock, and so we're just going to take it day by day. As you can see, it is still gloomy. We've definitely got these rain clouds that have come over us, but it's not too bad just yet. So we don't expect the weather to really start to kick in until later tonight, closer to the afternoon, evening. So I will shoot another video, keep my batteries charged for my GoPro so that you guys can kind of see what's going on. And like I said, it's kind of actually a nice little breeze right now. You can see the breeze is just blowing. It is a humid breeze, but it's a nice breeze. So all right, I will keep you guys posted, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully all will go well and we won't get flooded. That's our biggest concern, is down trees, down power, and flooding. But we'll find out what happens. So all right, I will check in with you guys soon. All right, so we are looking at about noon right now. I still got my hair twisted up. Not cute, but it is what it is for right now. So we are looking at about noon, and it is definitely picking up. It's raining more. We are definitely concerned about the water. I'm gonna take you guys out to, well, I'm gonna try to just show y'all the dock real quick. So you can see that we really can't take on much more rain already, and the storm hasn't even really gotten to us. It'll be a little bit later this afternoon before that storm comes in on us. So there you go, there's the dock. You can see we have very little gap before it will crest over the dock, and we are going to see some serious issues after that. So that's what we got going on. See, the wind is definitely starting to pick up. You can see the banana tree kind of fluttering. Stuff's overflowing. This is the big tree that I'm concerned about that sits right over our, you can see our little house. This is a massive, massive tree. So we're just praying that it doesn't, nothing bad starts happening. You can see water is already pooling. This was one of our concerns. We are already super saturated. This is all water just sitting. We've got water puddles there. And this is right basically next to the house. So we've got water sitting right in there. We just can't take on any more water because it's been raining so much, even though we are a subtropical area. This year has been just really huge for rain, and so that's, like I said, that's been our biggest concern. So we're just watching and seeing what's happening with this hurricane. So you can also see this poor plant is gonna die. There's been too much water. This is not gonna come back. I'm gonna end up having to pull that out. I may end up redoing it. That's the second hibiscus that I've lost in this area. So I may end up cleaning this up and just maybe coming up with a new plan for that. A lot of times it's so dry here. It's kind of funky. We get times of the year when it really rains. This has been a heavier year for rain for sure. So you're gonna get plants that just die. They don't live with wet roots. So that's what's happening right now. I will bring you guys back. We're gonna piece these together. I already told my fiance, I was like, I think I'm gonna maybe do an upload before the storm really gets here, and then that way you guys can kind of see what's going on, and then maybe we'll do an after, but I still don't know yet how we're gonna play that out. So I'll just keep you guys posted. I'll keep doing a couple of videos so that way you can kind of see the before and after. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but that is the wind starting to pick up. That's another thing that I had talked about a little bit earlier, is that, you know, there could be some spouts that come off of the back tail of this, on the back side of this hurricane is what we call it, because we're not headed, the hurricane's headed towards Tallahassee. And so we are more worried about water, but could be tornadoes coming off those back end of the hurricane. So all right, I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll put this together for you and video and document what's happening. So all right, just keep praying for us when you see this video, because we all need the prayers, because Florida needs the prayers, because this is a massive, massive storm. So all right, I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, so it's about 6 o'clock. We have just been kind of getting some rain in and out, just coming through some of these bands. And right now we've been getting, it's been starting to get really rough. You can see that the wind is definitely picking up. The trees and the plants have been starting to kind of lean and lay a little bit sideways, so we're just keeping an eye out. Like I said before, our concern is these wind gusts, but our concern is also the rain and the saturation. We are already inundated with water, so we really can't take much more on. The bad part is that this storm for us is going to be coming through closer, obviously, in the evening to the night. And so that is more, to me, like stressful, because we can't actually see what's going on like during the day. We can, you know, see when a tree falls or if limbs fall or something like that. But we, you know, at night, we have flashlights, but that's what I'm saying, we'd have to have a flashlight out here just trying to like monitor what's going on. So we've got like a little bit of a break right now, and so that's why I wanted to come out and do a little recording and just show you guys that, you know, again, we're just praying for God's protection and just hoping for the best and praying for the best, knowing that, you know, it's in God's hands at this point. So I don't know that I will be doing much more recording as far as this evening goes, because like I said, we are starting to crest into the evening. It's going to get much darker If something major happens, I will definitely pick this camera up, but if not, little Betty is shaken. She's very upset. Luna's upset. They can feel the pressure. I can feel the pressure myself. So that's what's happening right now, is just waiting and seeing, just watching what's happening. So, and that's what I'm saying, like, these wind gusts just kind of start to just like pick up, like it comes and goes. The water is definitely getting higher at the dock. I'm not gonna necessarily walk down there right now, but we're definitely experiencing that. So not ideal, but welcome to Florida, where this is always something that could happen. So and we often get, you know, storms so much anyway, so it is what it is. We'll keep an eye out and I'll keep you guys posted and let you know what's happening. So, all right, praying for the best. We know the Lord's got it at this point. All right, friends, so we're coming back. I'm still in the same clothes because I slept in them. Amazingly, the pool people are next door on my neighbor's pool, but we were blessed. There's only some down limbs, which we gotta clean up. The bananas, you can see the fronds are pretty shredded. Over there, there's sticks in the grass. The ground is super saturated, more down limbs. Would not expect them to be up over here the day after. Basically, we just went through the night of a hurricane, but the garden's fine. Obviously, we got some stuff popping up. I planted a couple of things before the storm came through, and honestly, God protected us. There's the water right at the line of the dock. So you can see these trees, my sunflowers, the Mexican sunflowers, that's been uprooted. And it has fallen over on my other trees, so we're gonna have to get that taken care of, which is fine. That's what they're here. They're really nice windbreakers. They've definitely been knocked all over. These have fallen. That's how the wind pushed them, so we'll clean those up. But overall, you guys are seeing the yard when I'm seeing the yard, so very minimal damage done today, and I am grateful for that through the night. So it's just going to be a matter of cleaning up. Thank God there are so many areas. I have one of my aunts is in Mitchell, Georgia, and she got slammed through the night, which I know is something that they were not expecting. And then I have an aunt up in Citrus County. She actually is fine. Citrus County did get hit really hard. They were taking people out with airboats. So, you know, you just never know how these storms are going to turn out. My biggest concern was definitely the rain and the wind, because as you saw that plant over there uprooted, where you could just see its roots, that's what I was concerned about with this huge tree here. And the Lord protected us as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, so there's just very minimal damage. So we are absolutely blessed. We are giving the Lord thanks today for keeping us safe, keeping us protected, keeping my family protected, even though it's been a rough night. But God is good, that's all I can say. And so I'm praying for all those who are still struggling, who have water up to their doors or in their homes. And you know, it's going to be rough here this next week for sure for people that have gotten rained in on in that water. And that's what I said, that was my concern, was the water and the uprooting of trees with the wind. But so we'll be doing cleanup today. That's on the agenda, and thankfully we still have power, and that was one of the things too. So we are grateful that we never lost power. So thank you to our power company and the Lord for not knocking that out for us. So we did have a generator in case we needed it, but all is good. All right, I know that sound in the background is annoying because they came to work on their pool today, so, which I'm actually surprised by. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Always love one another, be kind, be praying for those who are still going to be doing a lot of cleanup and a lot of damage. All right, thanks guys for joining me. So until next time, be good.